Okay, YouTube, what we have here is a 87 Honda Rebel 450. I bought this bike stock off a nice lady on Craigslist just before winter started, I think. It's now at the end of January 2015. Wanted to make a little bobber. I'll post some still pictures if I can on YouTube, just from beginning to end. It started off as it's kind of like black, I don't know, black and silver. So here it is now. Tried to go the most cost efficient route on everything I could. I bought the bike for I bought it for $500, trailered it home. It wasn't running. The gas tank was left about halfway full with fuel for, I was told, about 4 years. So the gas tank was all rusted out. The fuel was nasty in there. The petcock was trashed and leaking fuel when you turned it to try to get the fuel to come on. And so here's what we've done. I'd say total cost into this bike right now is definitely, I don't know, under $1,000, probably around the $800-900 amount. I assume I've put about $300, maybe $400. I'd lean closer to $300. I eliminated the stock handlebars. Went with the nice Z-bars. These are some of the smaller ones. They fit me pretty good. I seem to like it. Got rid of the gauge cluster with all the indicator lights. I kept everything there just so if I ever returned it to stock, it would be possible, and I just tried to tuck all the wiring up underneath. It doesn't really get in the way, can't see it. Looks good. I don't know if you could tell, but the top has a nice blue lace pattern on it. I got these mirrors off of eBay, the teardrop mirrors, along with the billet style grips. Those are also off of eBay. All the plastic pieces on the bike were pretty much weather faded. The bike sat outside, it wasn't in a garage. So I plasti dipped all the plastic that I could, and surprisingly it came out looking pretty good. Looks, I don't know, looks almost new. Took a long time to mask it all off. I'll try to show that in the still pictures. Decided to leave the fender on the front and painted it. I don't know if you can see without the sun, but it has like the blue True Fire look as well. Just cleaned up the front rotors. I was told the forks need to be resealed. I stripped the bike down pretty good. I had the motor still on the frame, and I just tried to mask off the motor, repainted the frame, you know, like a nice deep black. And I pulled the exhaust off and put the wrap on that. It's the black with the silicone spray, so it comes out nice and like a dark black. Painted this side of the engine cover just black and cleared it. Nothing special there. The other side is painted as well. I tried to add a couple little flames. I don't know if you can see them here. One of those to be kind of light. Left the Honda emblem chrome. Got rid of all the air box and all that nonsense and just put the K&N style filters. They're not K&N brand. Like I said, I went cheap on everything. The petcock, I had spent, I think, about $20 on a rebuild kit for that. Rebuilt it and it worked fine. And then about a month later it started puking gas again. So instead of going the route of buying a new petcock or rebuilding again, I went with the 250 Rebels petcock, which was only $10. Came with the in-tank filter, shipped, everything brand new for $10, probably from China or Malaysia or something. Eliminated the vacuum. Went ahead and plugged the vacuum line with the golf tee. Thought that'd be alright. Added an inline filter. Kinda had to cock it to the side and get a little creative there to go from the two different fuel sizes. The inlet on the carbs is a 5/16 and the outlet on the petcock was a 1/4. What else? So you can see like the little storage area. I don't know if you can tell, but that's plasti dip too. Gives it a nice new look. The chain is rusted. That's one thing that still needs to be replaced. The exhaust pipes, I just Took a hacksaw to him. Tried to cut him at about a 45 to give it kind of a turned out look. Got lucky enough to cut in between the baffles. I don't know if you can see on this video, but the first set of baffles are still in there. I haven't determined whether or not I want to drill those out or whatever. You see how this thing runs. There's another plastic piece there next to the battery. You know, that's just plasti dipped. Gives it a nice new look. These are the tires that came on it. They still have decent tread. I got the old school stoplight off of eBay as well. I think that was about 30 bucks. A good friend of mine gave me this mounting bracket. I painted, I don't know, you can't probably see it on here on YouTube, but it's got the blue flames on the back, which will probably get covered up after that exhaust starts spitting out. A couple 100 miles. What else? The tank, painted it with the True Fire blue. Along with the seat, I fabricated this out of 10 gauge steel and then just rolled it. Bought the springs for the back, again off of eBay. They were only like 10 bucks. Welded on that bar that goes across the back to mount the springs to. That's just some 1-inch steel pipe. Welded it on the frame before I painted the frame. And then the front, I just made a little bracket to mount to the existing Honda bracket. The seat itself, I tried to paint a little Punisher skull on there. I don't know if you can see it. Came out alright, had a little drip on the clear coat. Still needs to be color sanded and buffed. This is kind of just a, I don't know. Painted it all in my garage. We'll see how long it lasts. Like I said, I kind of went the cheap route with everything. Alright, so that's it. I'll try to post up some still shots of the progress, you know, from stock to present. There's no mods to the motor. It's just a bone stock motor. Haven't adjusted the carbs. It still has a little bit of a backfiring issue when you start it up. And I just had it running, so it should start right up. Any questions, comments? Leave them below. This is my first motorcycle build, so any feedback is appreciated. As you can see, it's a little louder with those pipes cut. I kind of like it. Gotta turn that fuel on. That's it. Hope you like it. Leave your comments below. Any questions you have, I'll be more than happy to answer if I can get around to it.